What if the game you loved most was slowly destroying you? Football is America's game. Friday night lights, packed stadiums, glory, brotherhood, violence. For generations, athletes have sacrificed their bodies for the sport they love. But for some players, the damage goes far beyond broken bones or torn ligaments. This is the story of Owen Thomas, a captain, a scholar, a teammate, a son, and one of football's hidden tragedies. Owen Thomas grew up in Pennsylvania and quickly became known as more than just a football player. He was intelligent, hardworking, and respected by everyone around him. At Parksburg Arctoria High School, he started on the football field and earned recognition for his leadership and academics. Eventually, Owen attended the University of Pennsylvania, one of the most prestigious schools in the country. There he played defensive end for Penn Quakers football team. To his teammates and coaches, Owen seemed to have everything going for him. He was disciplined, focused, tough, and he was even voted team captain during his senior year, one of the highest honors in sports. But behind the scenes, something was changing. Football is built on contact. Every snap, every tackle, every hit. For decades, athletes were taught to shake it off, get back in the game. Concussions were treated like minor injuries, but scientists would eventually discover something terrifying. Repeated hits to the head, even just small ones, can permanently damage the brain. This condition became known as CTE. CTE is a degenerative brain disease linked to repeated head trauma. Symptoms can include depression, aggression, memory loss, mood swings, and suicidal thoughts. The scary part is that CTE can't currently be diagnosed in a living person, it is only discovered after death. At the time Owen played football, very few people fully understood how dangerous repetitive head impacts could be.
Is finally aware that concussions cause real problems.
There's mounting evidence it's putting players at risk of brain damage.
By the summer of 2010, McKee had a new concern. She had autopsied the brain of Owen Thomas, a 21-year-old captain of the University of Pennsylvania football team who'd committed suicide the previous April. He had never played professional football.
I was expecting nothing. I mean, you have to remember that he's a young player, he's 21 years old. But what we found was damage to the point where I could actually see the damage on the slide without even looking at it under the microscope.
Thomas's brain showed early signs.
Owen's story became part of a much larger conversation about safety in sports. For years, the NFL faced criticism for downplaying the long-term effects of concussions. Former players came forward describing depression, memory problems, addiction, and emotional instability. Scientists and doctors pushed for reform. Parents began questioning whether children should play tackle football at all. The game itself was forced to evolve. Today, leagues at every level have introduced concussion protocols, safer tackling techniques, and limits on full contact practices. Players are now removed from games after head injuries that would once have been ignored. But many believe football still has a long way to go. Can a violent sport ever truly be safe? Owen Thomas never played in the NFL. He never became famous. Most sports fans have never even heard his name, but his story may have saved lives. His death helped expose a crisis hidden inside America's favorite sport. It forced schools, coaches, parents, and professional leagues to take brain injuries seriously. And that is why this story matters. Because this is not just a football story, it is a story about pressure, identity, mental health, and the cost of entertainment. Athletes are often treated like superheroes, expected to play through pain no matter the consequences. But behind every helmet is a human being. Owen Thomas reminds us of that.